Hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. My name is Mary Y. Johnson. I am the founder and CEO of Living Fragrance Ministries. I'm also a lifestyle influencer as well as the second half of Real Talk with M&M, guys. And as you can tell, so let me tell you a little bit about Real Talk with M&M. Okay. It is a part of our Hope and Healing Network, which if you look on top of this broadcast, you will be able to see, you'll be able to see what the Hope and Healing Network is all about. Okay. We feature different talk show hosts, and we are kicking it off with my best friend, Real Talk with M&M, because we have real solutions, real talk, real problems, and we are real women. Okay. And so this is episode 4. What's self-love got to do with it? Okay. But as you guys notice, my other half is not here on today because she is on assignment today. She is on assignment. My best friend is my best friend, but all of us in our circle, we are mothers, we are wives, we are ministers, first ladies, and my best friend M happens to be a pastor, and she pastors her own church, and she is on assignment. And so it's going to be me on today, and I'm going to talk a little bit about self love. Now, last week we talked about our emotional wellness ebook called Emotional Wellness, a guide to finding your happy place. Okay. And so we talked about what is emotion? How can you control emotion? How can you find healthy? How can you be supported emotionally inside a community? Okay. So, what I want you guys to do is you can look here on my Facebook page and look at the replay, but I want you guys to go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you'll be able to see that episode. Actually, you will be able to see all the past episodes. Okay. And if you are here, I want you to I want you to share, I want you to participate in the conversation on today. I'm solo today, but it's okay. I'm the second half of Real Talk with M&M, and actually, I'm not going to be here before you long. Normally, our talk show is 60 minutes, and I'm so glad that I have a timer with the red live button so I can see when I am approaching the 30 minutes, because we're going to journey and talk a little bit about our ebook that we wrote. Okay. Myself, Emma Barnes, as well as some other ladies that is in my support group system called the Queen Network Partners. We wrote a ebook in the midst of the pandemic, and all of us took a chapter and wrote a chapter on specific emotions. Okay. I talked a little bit about my chapter on last week, and so M is going to talk a little bit about her chapter next week, but I'm going to start that on tonight, okay? Because her story is her story, and I'm telling you all, it really is a journey of self love, okay? A journey of loving yourself, being able um, to find love within yourself, and also be able to, cast away all the different things that causes us not to love ourselves, but her journey on how to find herself, okay, and how to love herself again. And we're going to talk about 6 ingredients to to finding your journey to self-love, okay? And I'm going to talk about 3 ingredients on tonight, all right? Okay, so again, welcome replay viewers. This is Real Talk with M and M. The other MEM is not here on today. She's on assignment, but I want you to share. I want you to like. I want you to comment on tonight. Comment about the broadcast and how this can be how you can relate to some of the topics that we talk about on tonight, or that I'm going to talk about on tonight. I'm so used to having her here. Okay, so we're talking about self love, but before I dive into the topic, self love, okay, I want to make a huge announcement. If you're here, go ahead and say hey. Go ahead and say hashtag live. If you're watching the replay, say hashtag replay so I know that you are here. We are talking about self love and loving ourselves. We are continuing the journey to emotional wellness. Okay. What does self love have to do with emotional wellness? It has a lot to do with emotional wellness. So we're going to dive into that. We're going to take about 30 minutes on today, but I want to talk to you about that. Okay. Um, so starting May 5th, now, right here, we are giving you a sneak peek to something that's going to be so huge, and just as a starter of what we're going to do here in the Hope and Healing Network, all right, and Living Fragrance Ministries, all right. But starting May 5th, I'm sorry, I think I said May 15th, but starting May 5th, which is Cinco de Mayo, is a day of celebration anyway, all right, we are going to go to Clubhouse, all right? So I'm so excited about that. If you do not know what Clubhouse is, go ahead and Google search it. It is an awesome place for you to connect with different people, different women of faith, different men of faith. We also have entrepreneurs. It's just so much on Clubhouse. It's actually a place where it's all about conversation. And so we're going to move our talk show to Clubhouse starting May 5th. Okay. And you will not only hear from Real Talk with M&M, you will hear from other speakers. We will have our own club, and I am going to start blasting that out really soon. We have some final things that I have to do, and then you will know all about that. Okay. But for now, you can be in the know with what's going on with Hope and by joining the Hope and Healing Network. If you go above this video after we're finished, click on the link, you'll get a welcome video, and then it'll add you right to the Hope and Healing Network. All right. Okay, so guys, let's dive right in. Let me know who's here. If you're here, say, hey, I'm here. Say, I'm excited about the topic on today. Say, I'm just here just to see what you're doing, whatever. But I want to know who's here. Today I'm continuing the conversation about what's self-love got to do with it. Okay. We're talking about, and what I mean by what it has to do with it, and that is emotional wellness. What does it have to do with emotional wellness? Okay. And so in Real Talk with M&M, our talk show, we have sip segments. And because of where I am in my life right now, I don't have tea, I have water. Because I am on this health and wellness journey right now. I got a good workout in, and I'm going to sip on this water, and we're going to dive right into our first topic. So let me take a sip. Okay, and we are going to dive right into our first topic. Okay, so the first sip segment we're going to talk about is, how do you choose love? Again, this is in our ebook, Emotional Wellness, a guide to finding your happy place. And this is a chapter that Emma Barnes, which is the second half of M&M, this is her chapter. So we're going to do a part 2 on next week. All right. So, how do you choose self love? Okay, so you have to begin to choose to love yourself. All right. Love is a choice, and we're going to go to Isaiah 43 and 19. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and type that in the chat. I want you guys to look at Isaiah 43 and 19. Okay. Isaiah, and I'm a one woman show today, but that's all right. We're going to go ahead and get it popping. Get it going on. So Isaiah 43 and 19. I want you guys, if you have your word, if you have your phone, go ahead and when it talks about choosing love, okay, I'm going to pull it up here. I had to scroll to my different tab. Um, and we're going to get it up right. And I swear, when I have everything prepared. So 43 and 19, behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall ye not know it? Yes, I will even make a way in the wilderness and rivers and in the desert. And I love that scripture in the Message Bible as well. And it says, forget about what's happening. Don't keep going over old history. Be alert, be present. I'm about to do something brand new. How many of y'all ready for something brand new in your life in regards to self love? It's bursting out. Don't you see it? Don't you see the new thing that's about to happen in your life? There it is. I'm making a road through a desert, rivers in the bandlands. Wild animals will say thank you. The coyotes and buzzards, because I provide water in desert, rivers through the sun-baked earth, drinking water for the people I choose, the people I made especially for myself. Okay, so I want you guys to study Isaiah 43 and 19. And here is what we talked about when it comes to self-love, okay? And choosing to love. You have to choose to surrender to something different in your life. Like, say, for instance, if you choose self sabotage or negative thinking or negative talking or just being negative, you have to choose something different. We grew up with this in our high school and on TV that a mind is a terrible thing to waste, y'all. But guess what? When you have your mind, you have the power to choose. You have a power to choose something different. Okay. So you have to choose to surrender to something different. Now, when you're thinking about surrendering, I think about how you put your hands up when you say, hey, enough is enough. Okay, I've had it. This is something that I definitely don't want to do. I don't want to not love myself anymore. I don't want to live a life where I have to always surround myself with negative things. But you have to choose to surrender. Not the choice is the first step. The second step is surrender, and then the third thing is that as a result of that, you will have something different. Okay. So surrendering is even when bad things come in your life, you have to surrender to that thing and make a choice to love. Okay. So I love that. I love when we say when my friend M says that in the book that you have to choose to love, and also use that scripture, Isaiah 43 and 19, when it talks about doing a new thing. Okay. So, what does something different looks like? Okay. So, if we have anybody on the live, go ahead and say, or anybody on the replay, go ahead. What do you think that something different looks like? It looks like a different attitude, looks like a different mindset, and it also looks like the second thing about choosing to love, that you chose or that you choose to embrace change in your life. Okay. So remember that things have to change. Even seasons change. Okay. So we can't always be hot, even though I love 70-degree weather. That's like my sweet spot. When it's like 70, 72, I can live through 72 degree weather all the time. All right. But I can't have that here living in Ohio. Things have to change. Remember, when it comes to self love and you start making different choices, things, they will change. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead to, because we want to get out of here. I'm just really giving a precursor to next Thursday, guys, because my other half is not here and I am missing her. M EM, let me hide it, for Real Talk with M&M. All right. And so next week, I'm going to have M here, which she is the other half of our dynamic duo with our Real Talk show. But I'm going to be here only for 30 minutes just to, give you a precursor of what we're going to talk about on next week in regards to self-love. If you are here, go ahead and share, like, comment. Okay. So, what are some things I want to ask the audience, even if you are on listening in the replay, what are some things that you can do today to choose love, to choose self love? How can you practice self love? And just to recap, choose to love, under that, in the ebook, it says you have to have a different attitude, you have to have a different mindset, you have to embrace change. Okay. And so we're going to go ahead and I'm going to take a sip. Again, this reflects my life right now, my health and wellness. I don't have my tea. All right. So I'm going to take a sip and we're going to move on to the next topic. All right. Okay. So the next topic is, this is a big one, guys. Let me know that you're here. Do hashtag replay, hashtag live. Participate in our conversation. Okay. So you have to take ownership when you make a decision to walk in and take your journey of self love. Can I get some hearts? Oh my God. You have to take ownership of where you are. Okay. You have to take ownership with that. Okay. You have to take ownership of where you are and what are some things that you can choose to do different in order to walk in self love. Okay. So, what we're going to do is dive into the ebook. Again, I'm just going to put the link really quick. It's above my head after we get done, but I'm going to put a link to the ebook really quick so you can invest in your emotional wellness. All right. So, this is the link to the ebook, Emotional Wellness, a journey or a guide to finding your happy place. So, how do you take ownership in regards to self love? Okay. Okay, y'all. I'm about to drop a nugget and I'm about to drop a bomb. I got 10 minutes left tonight, and I have got to tell you all how you take ownership. You have no more excuses. No more excuses, guys. We cannot live in a place. Let me type that. I gotta type that. Okay. No more excuses. All right. No more excuses when it comes to um your journey of walking in self-love. You cannot have any more excuses. And you know what? Next week, I'm going to give you all the definition of excuses. I did a training with my other business. Okay. And when I saw the meaning of excuses, it really slapped me in the face and was like, oh my God, I had to say, ouch. All right. Take ownership. It's okay. Don't beat yourself up when feel like that you have not been walking in self love. All right. But take ownership, and just put a plan together. Okay. For you to love yourself. So this is a good one too. So I'm not going to tell everything because I want you guys to invest in yourself by getting the ebook. Okay. So you drop the ownership. I'm sorry, you drop the victim mentality. When you take ownership, that victim mentality is gone. And again, we're talking about, let me show you all again. We are talking about what's self-love got to do with it, with your emotional wellness or with your emotional health. Everything. It has everything to do with you having a emotional healthy life. Okay? So take ownership in that and also drop the victim mentality. You cannot be the victim forever. Okay? I mean, I forgot the quote, but I'm going to paraphrase it where they say you're trying to point fingers, and the Bible says it too, to get the beam out your own eye before you try to get it out of somebody else's. And again, I'm paraphrasing it, but you have to, if you got, if you're pointing fingers at everyone else, you got a whole bunch of other fingers pointing back at you. So, what do I mean by that? I encourage you to take ownership and realize that you can't be the victim forever. Okay? That is some things, if we be real with ourselves in regards to self love and walking in self love, that we have to take ownership in that. We have to take ownership and we have to become the victor and not the victim. How do you become the victor and not the victim? Is that you take small steps. You take your weakness. What are your weaknesses? Your weaknesses may be, I'm just gonna pick a light one here or whatever, or one of the things that I struggle with is one of my weaknesses is being on time. Being on time, really doing time management. Okay. And I'm taking small steps to make this journey of being on time a reality by getting up early, by making some steps, taking some steps and saying, you know what, I'm not going to let the day go by without me going to the gym. I couldn't go in the morning, but I'm going to make an afternoon. I'm going to get up at 11:30. I'm going to get my 90 minutes in, and then I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. Okay. So when you drop the victim mentality, then now you can become the victor. Okay? So go ahead and like and share. I would love your feedback about how do you drop the victim mentality when it comes to self-love and your emotional wellness. It has everything to do with it. Okay? And I'm going to take a sip, and again, this is reflecting my journey of getting my water in. All right, no excuses. That was a bullet point under choosing love. All right. So sip segment number 3. Spring cleaning is here. Spring cleaning is here, guys. Oh my God, we are in spring. We are in the season of spring where everything blossom, everything is blooming, everything is new. All things we read Isaiah 43:19 that I'm doing a new thing in the Message Bible. That was so good. I got to post that tomorrow. I never read that in the Message Bible, always in the King James Bible. Again, Isaiah 43:19. That was, go ahead and look at the replay so you can get the nuggets that I'm talking about tonight. But it's time to spring clean. What does spring cleaning have to do with self-love? And I got 4 minutes, y'all, because I'm only here for 30 minutes. All right. First, I'm just going to try to talk about 2 points here. You have to rid yourself of people and activities adding no value to your life. Okay? This will be a continuous, seasonal process. I love how Emma broke that down in the ebook, is that this is continual. You know, as your community grows and as you grow and as you mature as a person, you have to always do spring cleaning. Okay? Now, spring cleaning is I think the older I get, I'm 45. I'm proud to say my age. I'm not ashamed of my age or anything like that. I'm thankful for being here, especially with this whole year of COVID and things, or 3 years that we're going on. But I'm so proud to be, to say that even as I get older, spring cleaning, I understand the value of friendship and the value of having people in my life that can add value to where I'm going. Okay. And unfortunately, guys, sometimes that have to be loved ones. That will be people that you admire, or that you maybe in one season of your life had influence in your life. Okay, but now you got to spring clean. You got to love, like we say, love them from afar, and that is absolutely okay for you to do that. All right, so take inventory on who is at your circle and who's adding value. Okay. Who's adding value? It's okay to do spring cleaning, guys. In regards to self-love, again, this is Real Talk with M&M. Share, share, share. What self-love got to do with emotional wellness? It has everything to do with emotional wellness. And watch the replay so you can talk, so you can see what I shared in regards to self-love. Okay, and the last point, I'm going to bring it on home because this is abbreviated episode on today because my partner is on assignment, guys. All right. So when it comes to spring cleaning, you have to stay focused and accept small accomplishments of purging. Oh, that is so, so good. Reward yourself during the process. That's what that means to me. Okay. Sometimes you begin a project and it becomes overwhelming. This may happen if you have large gaps of time in between purging. Okay. And purging, again, is just spring cleanings, adding those people closer to you that adds value, or bringing those people closer in your circle that adds value to your life. Now, there are some people in my life that I may have to get back connected with because that they really added value, and maybe somewhere along the line, you may have fell off or lost conversation or whatever the case may be. Okay? So, just to do a recap, guys, I talked about, this is Real Talk with M&M. M is on assignment. I'm doing just a 30-minute segment on today because we will be back on next Thursday, to talk about part 2, self-love. What does self-love got to do with it? Got to do with emotional wellness. Okay? So again, on May the 5th, mark your calendars. We're about to start, telling you guys to go on over to Clubhouse. All right, because these shows will no longer be here on my Facebook, but they will be still on YouTube as well as in the Hope and Healing Network. But the majority of the shows will be on Clubhouse. Okay, we're going to do some pre-recorded things, a lot of things that's going on here in the Living Fragrance Ministries. And if you want to know more about the Hope and Healing Network, or if you want to do a talk show inside of the Hope and Healing Network, I'm all about collaborating, networking. Go ahead and go ahead. It's on the top of this video. As soon as I stop this recording, there's a link for you to join. Okay, it'll tell you all about it. It's an amazing, amazing place to be, and we are reigniting some things within the Hope and Healing Network for this second quarter, and I would love to have you. Okay, so my name is Marian Johnson. Again, I'm the founder and CEO of Living Fragrance Ministries, and I look forward to being here with you on next Thursday at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Remember, share, like, comment, let me know that you are here. All right. If you watch the replay. All right. Have an amazing night. I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.